Hey guys, welcome back to Man Scout Survival. I'm Fred. Nice to meet all of you. So, in the first series of my playlist, I'm actually going to be talking about safety. And of course, we want to be safe. And we want to have fun. But if we take away the safety and we still have fun, we could end up with some injuries. We could end up cutting our trips short because the rest of the time we might have to stay at the hospital for whatever reason. We cannot have fun and we end up being slapped with a hefty medical bill. So, let's get started. And the first series of the playlist of safety is going to be blade safety. So, let's talk about blade safety. Let's get started. So, blade safety is our #1 priority. So, here are some golden tips and tricks on making sure that you handle blades safely. So, rule #1, you pick up the blade, but you treat every blade as if it was sharp. Just like a firearm. We treat every firearm if it was loaded. Okay? Never ever touch the blade, which is here is the edge right here where I'm pointing my finger. See right there? That's the edge. That's the edge. And this is the spine, but you still don't want to touch that spine. Because it could be double edge, and double edge is usually illegal here in the States. Alright, rule #2, we always cut away from ourselves. So when we're doing a type of thing, or we're doing any type of task in the outdoors, where it's camping, fishing, or hunting, we cut away from ourselves. So, because if you accidentally slip for any reason, you cut the air. And if you cut towards you and you slip, you might actually cut yourself, which that's the last thing you want to do. #3, keep your hands and any body parts away from the cutting pads. So you always be aware, and before I like to do personally is I try to stick the blade in there, or I try to look at the object I'm about to cut first, or try to work on first, and examine if there's any body parts in there. So if I have any body parts, I quickly adjust, and then once I'm confirmed there's no body parts in the cutting pad, and then I do my task. Whether it's making firewood, whatever, and that's pretty much it. And also, bonus tip here. Be aware of what's called a blood bubble. Blood bubbles are usually is an imaginary bubble where it's a 360-degree field. So that means when you're cutting around and all that things, and you're using an axe or a machete anywhere, you always cut around you, and you had to be aware of people around you as well, because you could actually cut them by accident. And when you use a machete or an axe, you never cut downwards, because what I'm saying here is you could end up with some very bad injuries where you could end up cutting your femoral artery, the groin. That's a very vulnerable part when you do any form of task with a machete or an axe. So that's another bonus tip for all of you. That's another thing that I'm going to be explaining a little later. And I'll show you other things, including how to sharpen a knife, which is not that hard, but I will show you. And now let's get back on track. And finally, always maintain your blade as well. Maintaining your blade is a very critical thing to do. Not as an adventurer, as a soldier, or whatever you want. And as an avid outdoorsman, I always try to maintain my blades. I'll give that to you on another video down the road. So, and the final thing is, always go with the reputable brands like Buck, Spyderco, Leatherman, Gerber. I will recommend those brands, and it's up to you if you have the money for it or not. But this is just my suggestion. Okay guys, that's the end of the 5-minute safety video, or 4 minutes, whatever it is. So, this is Fred. This is Man Scout Survival. I'll see you on the next video.